What's going on, guys? Stefan here with you, S&E's Garage. Today we are in the shop with our GX470, and we are going to be adding some windshield mounted ditch lights here. There's going to be one here and one on the other side, and we're going to point them outwards just a little bit so that along with our light bar and our bumper mounted pods, we will have some peripheral light off to the side. So what we went with here are some aux beam pod lights, and then we went with a front runner ditch light mount. I'll leave something similar in the video description below. If you buy from those links, it does greatly help us. But basically the way these work is they utilize your two windshield, your hood mounts here, like so. Well, this one is probably for the other side, but to make a long story short, they basically piggyback off of your hood mounts here and allow you to mount your pod lights to the hood hinges. So we have that, we have these brackets, we have some Deutsch Tech connectors here that we're going to go ahead and fab up our own harness with. I'll leave all of this stuff in the video description below. Here we have some 18 gauge wire, and then we have some 1/4 inch wire loom to go ahead and wire everything up. Now, a couple of videos ago, we went ahead and installed this aux beam controller, so we don't have to run any wires inside of the truck. Everything is going to be done right here. If you want to check this guy out or the installation, I'll leave the link to it in the video description below. In that video is the link to purchase this controller, and there's a whole how-to on how to install it if you want to do that. Again, if you buy from that link, it helps us, and we greatly appreciate it. So let's go ahead, first and foremost, we're going to go ahead and get these things mounted up to the truck. We're just going to do one side at a time. That way we don't, the hood doesn't come falling down on us. So we'll throw you up on the tripod. We'll start doing that, and then we'll tackle the wiring. So these brackets are directional. There is a left and a right side. So I just went ahead, put the left one over here and the right one over there. So we're going to go ahead and remove the two 12mm bolts that hold this hood on this side here. I'm not going to worry about the first one, but when I do take the second one off, I am just going to want to get a hand over here and hold the hood, and then we can go ahead and get this bracket up into place. What I may actually try to do here is get this one started back in the hole. Like so. Okay. Now I'm going to go ahead and remove this one. Okay. And the hood is wanting to move right now. So before that happens, let's just go ahead, rotate this back into place. Okay, we're going to push the hood back. And now we just have to get everything here to line back up. Okay, now we're going to go ahead. Let's just make sure this hood shuts nice and smoothly, and then we will repeat this process on the passenger side. Beautiful. Okay, let's go ahead over to the passenger side. We're going to do the same thing. And what you'll see here is we got both the driver and passenger side mounts on. Now we're going to go ahead and mount the lights, and then we will go ahead and build our harness. We're going to try to set these up over here on the bench as much as we can. So looks like this is going to go in here like so. Let's just go ahead and see how this looks, and if I have to flip this bracket, I will. So far so good here with our test fit. So now what we're going to do is go ahead and install the bracketry here with the provided hardware. It does look like it's going to be a little bit of a pain in the neck, but nonetheless, we will get it. We're just going to finger tighten them for now because we're going to make our final adjustments once they are on the car. Once we have the bracket set up, we can go ahead and drop the pod light in. And now I just have to grab the nut and the lock washer, and we can get it started. So we have this mocked up to the way we think we're going to want it. So we're just going to go ahead very quickly and just snug it down. Be nice if it didn't move on me. Now, obviously, we will be able to adjust these a little bit later on, but we're thinking that's probably about the angle we're going to want it. So now let's go ahead and do the passenger side. Okay, and we got the lights mounted on both sides, left and right. We're just going to go ahead and open the hood really quick. Let's make sure the hood opens and that everything clears. We don't want anything hitting the windshield. And everything here looks good. We're going to take this time to go ahead and route these wires up under the hood. Probably going to want to put these right through this rubber weather liner there, like that. Do the same thing on this side. Okay, now let's go ahead and make our harness. So like I said over here, we have our 18 gauge wire. So what I'm going to start by doing is using these heat shrinkable butt connectors. And I'm going to connect one end of this wire to one of these female Deutsch Tech connectors. Again, I'll leave them in the video description below. We're going to plug the passenger light into that, and then we're going to run the wire. And from there, we will then connect the driver's side wire with a connector, and from there, we'll go off to the aux beam. So what we're doing to make these wiring connections is we are using heat shrinkable butt connectors. On this side of the wire, we are going to use the red ones. On the other side, we'll go ahead and use the blue because we're going to have to basically make a joint connection with 3 different wires. I'll show you what I'm talking about once we get over to that side. But for right now, this is what we're doing. And what you'll see here as we're shrinking this is these heat shrink connectors are literally encapsulating the wire so that we don't have any issues with water intrusion or corrosion. This will be a nice watertight connection, which is exactly what we want, especially up by the hood. It's a high moisture content area. It's going to be prone to getting wet. So let's go ahead and let this stuff dry, let it harden, I guess. I'm going to go ahead and open up a wire loom, and we're going to start running this harness. Now, what I am going to end up doing is pulling this panel out here, and then the one behind it. We're going to run this harness behind that, and we're going to come out over here by the battery. That way, this is nice and hidden, and it looks neat. So that very back panel is held in with these little clips here. Just use a flathead screwdriver, unscrew them, and then when you want to put them back in, you just push them in. You don't have to screw them back in. So that's nice. But we're going to go ahead and finish taking that panel off. And then I see a harness that comes up and over the wiper cowl. We're just going to go ahead and zip tie this harness directly to that. All right, and what you're going to see here is that panel is off. So we're going to go ahead and plug our Deutsch-Tech connector here in, like so. Okay, we're going to get our wire loom. Let me make sure you can see what I'm doing here. Yes, you can. And we're going to go ahead and start pushing this wire into the loom. Getting this loom started is always the hardest part, but once it's started, it's usually pretty easy. Now the reason we're putting this in a loom is just so that it looks neat and it's semi-protected. What I am going to have to do here, where these butt connectors are, is put a little bit of harness tape around that to keep it secure. This tape is very strong. It's like a fabric tape. So we're going to go ahead and use our cutting dikes here and snip it. Okay. Now we can go ahead and continue running our loom. And once we get to a certain point here, we can go ahead and start zip tying our harness to the existing harness on the vehicle. Now I am going to install some more zip ties in the middle just to keep this harness nice and tight. So let me go ahead and do that, and then we'll go ahead and start connecting the harness on the driver's side. So basically what needs to happen here is you're going to put your Deutsch-Tech connector on one side of the butt connectors, and then on the other side you're going to cut this wire in half and connect your red and your black to your black. And then we're going to go ahead and connect this portion of the wire over here into our switch panel. You just have to figure out which one you are using. In our case, I believe we set up the windshield to be number 3. So we are going to have to connect that to the third circuit, which is right here. Here's positive and here's negative. So let's go ahead, trim our wires, and get it set up. And with any luck, this should be your final product. You'll see our windshield lights are on, our bumper lights are on, our light bar is on, everything's good. The only thing you're gonna wanna do when you shut your hood, you're just gonna wanna make sure these wires aren't getting yanked or pulled at all. I'm gonna go ahead and zip tie them to the bracket just so they look a little bit neater. But let me go ahead and pop the hood and show you here. Let's pop our hood. When you open the hood, you'll see our wires are nice and neat. I had to route this one up under the fender because it was we were getting a little close to the wiper arm there, so that's the way we did that one. This one comes over across here. And like I said, I might just zip tie this over here, but everything's good. So if this video helped you, please like, share, subscribe. We do appreciate it. If you buy from those links that we provided below for some of these products, it does help us out. And we'll see you guys next time.